What's your partner's favorite food city?
I'm drawing the city, actually.
Paris.
Oh, I got it wrong.
What'd you say?
Mexico City.
Oh, that's what I put for him.
Hi, I am Ed.
And I'm Patricia.
We are the owners of Dame, Lords, and Crevette in the West Village.
And today we're making our Dame tomato sandwich and the Barbuto kale salad. This is the meal that made us.
First, we're going to make the tomato sandwich.
I love the tomato sandwich at Dame because it reminds me of those first months. We were just starting our first project together. We were the only 2 employees, so every day I would eat at least 1 tomato sandwich.
First step is we're going to cut and marinate the tomatoes. We're going to slice the tomatoes into really nice large chunks. If you're having a good tomato sandwich, you want a nice thick steak, almost. Sort of spicy olive oil that will work really well with the sweetness of the tomatoes. And be quite generous with it. Then we'll add quite a lot of salt, and tomatoes really can take a lot of salt. Quite a lot of pepper, and then some of these herbs. We'll do some basil, and a little bit of parsley too. Just whole leaves. We'll toss this together. And we're also going to add a little bit of garlic to it too, and then a little bit of vinegar. And we really just like sort of form this vinaigrette almost in the bowl.
I feel like one of the calling cards of Ed's style of cooking is to make simple things taste like the best version of it that you've ever had.
We like to marinate them for a couple of hours before we serve them, and it works really well. We first started dating in the summer of 2020. We had opened our first restaurant as a pop-up selling fish and chips, but we needed a vegetarian option, and Patricia loves tomatoes and toast. And so we made this tomato sandwich as a tribute to her and to all the people who wanted to eat something sort of lighter and fresher than the fish and chips.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps everything simple with their fast speeds, 50-minute setup, and a budget-friendly price. So whether you're downloading new recipes or posting your latest creation, the connection never misses a beat.
Let's make the aioli. We're going to start with some egg yolks. We're going to squeeze a little bit of confit garlic in here. We're going to put a little bit of raw garlic in there too, because you want some bite as well. And add a little bit of lemon juice, because it'll need the acidity. A spoon of mustard. So now we've got like the base of the egg yolk and the seasonings. Now we're going to emulsify the olive oil into it. Okay, slowly at first.
Ed does most of the cooking. I don't think my cooking's quite good enough for
I
Ed.
think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. She makes some mean breakfast tacos. I think they're really delicious.
Our friends say it's not a Ed dinner party without a bucket of aioli on the table. This is a core of our diet.
All right, so this is our aioli now. It's nice and thick and spreadable. Add a little bit more salt.
So good.
That is lovely.
We just opened Crevette, and so we've been in a very intensive work phase, but as Crevette gets its sea legs, we'll be able to eat dinner at home more. We do think it's really important to have meals around our dining table with our daughter.
Our daughter is 1, so she can't chew that much. We fed her oysters the other day for the first time, which was a success. So it's fun to cook for her and see all the different, flavors light up on her taste buds and in her eyes.
What's your partner's favorite condiment?
Okay, in case this is not deemed a condiment, then.
Okay, Patricia, what's your favorite condiment?
Tomato sauce.
Oh, I said peanut butter.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then, Ed, what's your favorite condiment?
Aioli.
Nice.
We're going to start with layers of the aioli on the bottom and the top. We like to be quite generous with this. The sandwich should sort of overflow. Then some of the tomatoes, chives, some pepper, some of these crispy shallots, and then all these herbs that are in the marinade. We'll take these with us too. And this is the Dame tomato sandwich.
When we first met in 2017, I think I told all my closest people, don't worry, we're gonna get married one day and open restaurants together. And nobody believed me. 3 years later, we finally started dating, finally started our restaurants, and then I was able to tell my friends, like, I was right.
She convinced me it was a good idea, and she was very right about that. It's kind of like a superpower.
We're always together and can always come up with new ideas for the restaurant.
Could be a disadvantage, I guess, if you don't really love what you do, but I think we do, and being able to always be on and thinking about it and improving is really great.
When we do have a day off and want to stay home, we love ordering pizza, watching a movie, turning off the resi, not looking at our phones, and enjoying time with our daughter.
Next, we're gonna make the Barbuto Kale salad. So this is a classic New York dish. First thing I ever made for Patricia in the Dame restaurant space was this salad. We didn't have a kitchen at the time, and it was her birthday, and she loves this salad. So much so that the chef of this restaurant, Jonathan Waxman, is one of the few people who can call at 7 o'clock on the Friday night and get a table whenever he wants one. The first thing we're gonna do is toast the breadcrumbs. We put the breadcrumbs into some sort of warmish olive oil, and we bring the heat into it. So they toast, you don't want to fry them. You want to get them nice and crispy. All right, this is about the color. We're ready to now drain them of their excess fat. Mash the excess olive oil off them in a strainer. I'm going to lay them nice and flat on a towel, which will also help absorb any excess olive oil. And at this point, whilst they're still hot, I'm going to season them with some salt and some lemon zest. Next, we're going to build the dressing. Okay, we'll start by chopping up some basil. Nice leaves only. Before Patricia got into the operation side of restaurants, she used to be a line cook briefly. Then we're going to add some confit garlic and some raw garlic.
I wanted to know what it was like to cook in a hot, sweaty kitchen. Have done that myself. Ed was very supportive. He would spend his nights talking to me on the phone about my cute line cook career. I knew something was there.
1 egg yolk. And we're going to add some very nice anchovies. We'll sort of chop up into a paste. I'm gonna add some Parmesan to this too. There's all these layers of umami in here. The egg yolk, but the anchovy and the confit garlic and the Parmesan really help bring depth of flavor to the salad. And we're gonna add more pepper at the end as well. When I first started recreating this dish, one element that I didn't sort of know was in there was the basil. It's a really nice touch that Jonathan does, is to sort of muddle the basil in with the Parmesan and the anchovy at the beginning of the dressing. It's the way you would with a cocktail, you sort of infuse the flavor into it.
Last week, actually, we took our daughter to Barbuto. She's a little young for the kale, but she tried, I think, a frittata or something, and I'm excited to bring her back when she's older.
So we have our dressing, and this is a salad that will maybe build what you consider the wrong way around. So traditionally you would have your leaves in a bowl and then you'd add your vinaigrette and you'd dress it like that. And here we're gonna do it the other way around. We have the vinaigrette here and we're gonna chiffonade all this kale into the salad. All right, so the kale's all sort of chopped in there, and we're gonna do something that you're told not to do with salad dressings normally, which is destroy the kale into the dressing, like really mush it up.
As a diner, kale always takes too much effort to make it home. I'm like, I'll eat nice kale salads out at restaurants, but until Ed made this for us at home, I didn't realize that we could recreate like such a delicious product.
Our kale is quite sort of tender and massaged. We can start doing our finishing touches. Should be a rather generous amount of black pepper. Again, add a little bit more basil. Sort of freshen it up a little bit right at the end. Then a nice amount of these toasted lemony breadcrumbs. I'm gonna finish with some cheese on top too. And that is, I think, a rather faithful rendition of the Barbuto kale salad.
I went to Barbuto last week to test it out, make sure it's still the same. Barbuto's been around 20 years or something.
Yeah.
To have something on for that long that so many diners around the world have tried or make in their home kitchens, and just to have it still be the same today is impressive. The best way to eat this sandwich, in my opinion, is to break it into 2 open-faced halves. This is what I remember.
It's very juicy and very meaty. It's really not, I don't think you miss the bacon in a sandwich like this.
So good. You can taste the basil, the cheese, the lemon zest. It really holds up. That's a ton of kale in there, but I could eat the whole thing.
Yeah, the dressing is what makes this dish. I mean, it's always more special eating it at the restaurant where they do their version. Their version is the gold standard. We're just trying to live up to that.
Last question. Who was interested in who first?
I definitely was.
Ed?
I said same time.
No, lies.